Hey everyone, this is DM Domination from Grim Press, and today I'll be highlighting another Fantasy Grounds module for you. Today, Jarlaxle's Guide to Traps by R.P. Davis, which can be picked up on the DM's Guild with the link below, is a large collection of traps as well as variations of traps known as hauntings and hazards and new ways to create your own traps that are very unique. So within this module, you will find some basic contents with Chapter 1 that tells you when to use traps, when to not use traps, some advice, how to build puzzles, and traps and things of that nature. Chapter 2 is going to contain some general information on different ways to do traps, as well as a large collection of traps you can see here. Chapter 3 is going to be hauntings, which come in two varieties, echo hauntings and manifestation hauntings, as well as information on how to actually build them and what they are. And lastly, Chapter 4 will give you information on hazards, as well as a variety of hazards to put into your game. I'm a huge fan of this module. I'm actually going to be switching out some of the traps in the Ghost of Saltmarsh campaign I am personally running to be replaced with some from this campaign. I wanted to highlight 5 of my favorites, as well as to show you how they will interact in Fantasy Grounds. I already have them pulled up here. The first one's a pretty simple one. It's known as the faux pas, and most of them will come with some images for you to get easy images with, and the effects, you can familiarize yourself with the specific traps, and when you use the traps, you can drag them over to the combat tracker in Fantasy Grounds, and you will have the automatic coding already set up, and you can even go ahead and close this because if you need it, it pops up that individual information exactly as it appeared in the specific NPC. Next, we have, I'm going to slide this over here, the Sound and Fury. So this is a complex trap, and it has a lot more information than the faux pas, but if you go over to the other tab, you will actually see that this is an entire room that you can place in your dungeon if you're homebrewing a dungeon, and it will also drop directly into the combat tracker and have all that information as well as the coding as necessary for you to use. The lightning obelisk is one you can put in almost any dungeon or any room. It's going to just be a drop-in, and it is going to also have the coding as well as all of this information you need to use effectively. This is probably my top 3 of all of the traps in the module. This is a manifestation haunting. It is a painting, and if you look here, you have the countermeasures for the specific painting, destroying the painting, the hit points, and they are actually included. So when you put the painting itself, it's going to be able to be attacked by the players. Then at the bottom, you have the actual ability of the painting to egress. And this is the NPC for the egress. They're linked here on the other tab. And you can move the egress onto the combat tracker as well. And the egress will have different hit points, different armor class, different initiative, as well as different abilities such as rejuvenation while it's in the painting, its own attacks and abilities. This is a very, very effective campaign conclusion for a haunted house. And last, I included a hazard that was very unique in the effects that it has, and I was actually really impressed with the information. It doesn't have the effect coded because the coding is going to apply to the saving throw, but the effect is going to actually be something you apply as a DM. So if you apply this saving throw and the player fails, they then gain disadvantage on their death saving throws. So this is a huge, huge impact on the player, and one they may not even know they have until it's too late. So this is a great hazard to put in your dungeons, especially for higher levels that feel pretty immortal. Just that one disadvantage on the death saving throws will have a huge effect. And I hope you enjoy this module. This has been Jarlaxle's Guide to Traps by R.P. Davis and Grim Press.